Welcome back to Midwest War Stories, where we bring you the wild situations of the Midwest and beyond. Today we are responding to the trial of Patrick Lyoya in Grand Rapids. On April 4, 2022, a tragic incident unfolded in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This event would spark national outrage and ignite conversations about police accountability and racial justice across the United States. At approximately 8:11 a.m., Officer Christopher Schurr observed a vehicle with a mismatched license plate, prompting him to pull over the driver, 26-year-old Patrick Lyoya. Upon approaching the vehicle, Schurr requested identification. Lyoya, who had a revoked driver's license and was on probation, fled the scene. A brief foot chase ensued, eventually tackling him to the ground, leading to a physical altercation between the two. During the struggle, Lyoya managed to gain control of Officer Schurr's taser. Moments later, bang! Schurr fired a single shot into the back of Lyoya's head, killing him instantly. The release of body cam and cell phone footage led to widespread protests in Grand Rapids and beyond. The community demanded justice, calling for accountability and reforms within the police department. Patrick Lyoya, a Congolese immigrant who fled civil unrest in his homeland, was remembered as a son, a brother, and a friend. His family vowed to seek justice for his untimely death.
Civil rights lawyer Ben Crump, hired by the family, calls it murder.
You see a police officer
unaona polisi askari
escalate
anapeleka shida
a minor traffic stop
kitu ya kidogo yenye ingefanya haisifike
into a deadly execution.
In June 2022, Officer Shurr was charged with second-degree murder. The prosecution argued that Schurr's use of deadly force was unjustified, while the defense claimed he acted in self-defense. The trial commenced in April 2025, with expert testimonies and emotional testimonies from both sides.
Why do you shoot Mr. Lyoya in the head?
I wouldn't say that I was necessarily aiming per se. I only had essentially a viewpoint of his upper back and head area. I deployed my handgun and fired it in that direction. It ended up hitting and striking his head.
However, after 4 days of deliberations, the jury was unable to reach a unanimous verdict.
I can record! I have the right to record! I have the right to record! I have the right to record! Shame on you! Shame on you! I have the right to record! Shame on you! Hey! Move back! I have the right! Move back! Can I get a key? Can I get a key? I have a constitutional right to record! 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 It is my First Amendment to record! You will not do that! Shame on all of you! Shame!
Leading to a mistrial. On May 8, 2025, after deliberations, the jury was unable to reach a unanimous verdict, leading to a mistrial. Judge Christina Mims declared a mistrial in the second-degree murder trial of Officer Christopher Schurr.
The jury, that they're unable to reach a decision, I am going to have them come in to the courtroom to verify that, and we'll proceed from there. Who is the four-person? Okay. And so, first I wanted to verify that that's true, that you're unable to reach a verdict as a panel?
Correct.
Okay. And so what I'm going to do is declare a mistrial in this case, and that means that you're all discharged, And so I'm going to send you back to the jury room just to await further instructions.
The jury failed to reach a unanimous decision, with reports suggesting most jurors favored acquittal.
Everyone knows the judge announced today, and the jury confirmed when they were brought back into the courtroom, that they were hung, which means that they could not agree in a 12-0 fashion on guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, nor could they agree on innocence or not guilty, if you will. And so what that means, it's a coin flip. And either way, this case obviously could be something entirely different if there's another jury. Prosecutor Becker has made some comments, and let me take just 1 minute here to give an amazing shout out on behalf of the family and the entire community that surrounds and loves the Lyoya family. Prosecutor Becker in this case did something that very few prosecutors have the guts to do in the United States today, let alone in West Michigan. And he saw what he perceived, and we agree 100% to be an injustice to such a degree by a police officer that he, as the main legal representative of Kent County, charged criminally former Officer Shurr with second-degree murder. And obviously we agreed with those charges from the outset. We support Prosecutor Becker's decision to do so, and we encourage him, first of all, and thank him for he and his entire trial team. Angelica, the victim's advocate that was there for the family, all of these court people, if you will, from Kent County surrounded the family with love and support like they do every day in our courthouse. And we appreciate that and want to thank them. Not only did he bring criminal charges, but he himself, the main prosecutor, tried the case. Highly unusual. And we appreciate all that. And in this regard, of course, the fact that this jury could not make a determination either way, on behalf of the family, we encourage Prosecutor Becker to remain alongside this family and to move forward with a retrial, because we believe that this officer should be brought to criminal justice, and we will certainly address the civil justice that we, Ben Crump and I and our team will be asking for as well.
Prosecutor Chris Becker has not yet decided whether to retry the case. The case highlighted deep-seated issues within the Grand Rapids Police Department and prompted calls for comprehensive police reforms. Local leaders and activists emphasized the need for increased transparency, accountability, and community engagement to rebuild trust between law enforcement and the community. As the legal proceedings continue, the legacy of Patrick Lyoya serves as a poignant reminder of the work still needed to achieve justice and equality for all. The pursuit of justice for Patrick Lyoya remains steadfast, while others believe that Officer Schurr was justified in his actions. This story continues to inspire change and reflection nationwide. Let us know what you think about this situation. Do you think Officer Schurr was in the right and should be free, or do you think he should be guilty for the murder of Patrick Lyoya? Leave your comments below and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Midwest War Stories.